What is going on YouTube? Nintendominator 425 here, and welcome back to Let's Play Super Mario Galaxy Part 10. In this part we're going to be continuing the Kitchen Dome and moving on to the Ghostly Galaxy. So I won't keep you guys waiting. I've been keeping you guys waiting for about 2 months now. Let's get this going. Actually, it's more than 2 months. I think the last video was in January. So it's more like 9 months. Hope you guys are all doing well. I'm doing fine myself. I've just been very busy lately with school because I got school starting back up and I have to go get books and got to go get my parking pass and whatnot. So I got all that going on. So I haven't been able to make videos recently. I also went to Pennsylvania a couple weeks ago. So I've been there hanging out with family and doing such. I'm sorry about not making a video in a while. I do want to get bigger on YouTube, but the only problem with getting bigger on YouTube is you have to continue making videos and have to be consistent, which I'm not. I'm not a consistent person whatsoever. That comes with school, that comes with life, that comes with everything. I hope I can get better because I want to continue doing this, but if I keep doing it the way I'm doing and having everybody wait multiple months for videos, it's not going to be going very well. So I would kind of like to get bigger on YouTube. I would like to have tons of people view my videos and whatnot, but if that's the case, I probably would have to get a capture card as well. But to get a capture card, I got to have people willing to watch my videos and whatnot, because usually I make a video and it gets around 20 or 30 views. But if you want to talk about a YouTuber that's consistent and gives his fans what they want, CedarTalic15, I know that's not his name anymore, but I know that's what I used to always call him and what he'd always go by back when I used to make the videos. He goes by Insane Coaster Junkie now. Let me tell you, the dude's consistent. He's very, very passionate about what he does. And actually, he's the main reason I'm doing this right now. He literally writes me on Snapchat every single day to make this video, and this video has basically been, I want to say, about a month or two in the making, because every day he'll write me a Snapchat saying do the video, and I say I'll get to it, and I never do. But he actually just got back from Hershey Park a couple weeks ago, so he's doing Hershey Park videos right now, and I've watched a lot of them, and they're fairly interesting because I've never been down to Hershey Park. So if you like roller coaster videos, give his videos a watch. I think they're really, really interesting and very fun to watch, especially when he does the POVs. It's really cool to see him go on rides that I've never been on before and give a first-person perspective, especially from his point of view, because I've seen tons of POVs from other people, but never from him, and it's cool to have somebody that I know doing POVs. I cannot kill these ghosts. Speaking of theme parks, I actually just went to a theme park a couple weeks ago, same day he went to Hershey. This is the Boo Mario power-up, in case you're wondering. What this does is it just makes us go through walls. Nothing too crazy, just shake the Wii remote. But anyway, a couple weeks ago I actually went to Hershey Park. I mean, what am I saying? I went to Kings Island, my bad. And this was my first time going to Kings Island, and it gave me a newfound respect for what Insane Coaster Junkie actually does, because you gotta have guts to go on some of those rides. To give you a little bit of background, the only theme park I'd ever been to before Kings Island was Waldameer in Erie, Pennsylvania, where I was born. And if you compare Waldameer to Kings Island, it's like comparing, let me think of a good comparison. It's like comparing, just use sports terms, it's like comparing maybe a single-A baseball team to a Major League Baseball team. It is two completely different things. Kings Island is far bigger and far more extreme than Waldameer could ever dream to be. And my biggest roller coaster before I went to Kings Island was the Ravine Flyer, the new one at Waldemere that came out. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not good with roller coasters. I don't know the dates and the heights and everything, but I think it came out in 2008. I could be way wrong, but I remember it coming out when I was fairly young, and I remember being very scared to go on it until I think I was 12 when I went on it the first time, because I don't like heights very much. But I got the guts and I went on it, and I rather enjoyed it. But I remember sitting in the car with a Cedar Talic. I mean, it's Insane Coaster Junk. I'm sorry. I got to get used to saying your new name. I was sitting in the car with Insane Coaster Junkie. We were talking about different theme parks, and we were talking about my home parks that are here in Indiana. And the couple that we kept mentioning was oh God, my mind's going blank. Indiana Beach and Holiday World. And I've never been to either of those either. So we were talking about how we need to go to one of those and talk about how I need to get outside my comfort zone and go on some bigger rides, because I'm a baby. So, needless to say, I got home from Pennsylvania, and my brother was talking about going to theme parks, you know, because my dad wanted to go to some. And you know, I wanted to go to Holiday World or Indiana Beach or something easy, something that's not such a big step up. And my dad brought up Kings Island. So I'm like, oh crap. So we're going to Kings Island. I'm scared to death of this place. All I could think about for weeks on end is going to this theme park and how scared I'm going to be, and if I will even ride any of the rides at this theme park. Okay, so we got to race this guy right now, but I'll keep talking about my story. But so the day before Kings Island comes, we're all sitting down on the couch. Oh crap! So we're all sitting on the couch, and we're all taking a big pledge that we are going to go on these rides, because the tickets weren't cheap. We got the Fast Pass tickets, which means you can basically skip everybody in line and go straight to the front of the line and ride the rides. So, you know, we all took an oath. I said I would do it. That day came when we went to Kings Island, and we went to McDonald's before. And I'm sitting there eating my McDonald's breakfast, and I could barely eat. I was scared because, as I said, I don't like heights. So, you know, I was looking at POVs of this place way before we went. And I'm just seeing these coasters going almost 200 feet in the air, 150, which is a big step up from Waldemere. And I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. How am I going to push myself to get on these rides? So I'm going to skip ahead about an hour because it was a long drive from Indiana to, of course, Mason, Ohio, to go to Cedar Point, Kings Island, not Cedar Point. And we pull in, and the first ride I see is the Invertigo, the one that takes you all the way up, and then you hear it click, and then you go down, and you go backwards and go through tons of inversions and whatnot, and then it takes you to the other side, and you go back down the other way. I see that ride doing all these inversions, and the look on my face was a look of pure panic, because I'd never seen something so big in my life. And so we get into the park, and I want to start off on something very small. I want to start off on the stunt coaster, which is the little, I'm not sure if it's the newer coaster. I think Mystic Timbers is the newest coaster that's at Kings Island. But the stunt coaster was the first thing I wanted to ride because it was small. And I wanted to work my way up. Well, my dad's friend wasn't having any of it. You see, she's a very big daredevil when it comes to coasters. She loves them to death. And, you know, she just wanted to ride something. She didn't care what it was. She just wanted to ride something. And the stunt coaster had too many people in line, so she's like, heck with it. We're going somewhere else and doing our own thing. We're going on something else. First ride we pass is the new, one of the newer rides called the Banshee. Now, I'm not sure if you know what the Banshee is, but if you haven't, look it up right now, or as soon as you get done with this video. It is insane, and it's probably the scariest coaster there. And she says, that's the first one we're going on. I picked that one. Usually, the look on my face, I honestly don't think I've been so scared in all my life. Because here I am, no experience with coasters whatsoever, and she's making me immediately go onto the biggest and scariest one there. So we're like, oh my gosh, no, I am not doing that ride right now. There is no way you are getting me on that thing. And she just starts laughing like a maniac and says, who's coming? This is your final chance, because I'm getting in line. I ain't waiting for any of you babies. You want to go? You get on now. Who's with me? I was the first one to step up, actually. I was pretty surprised that I pushed myself to do it. But I was the first one out of my two brothers and I, and my dad, that said they wanted to go. Well, my dad's also a really big baby when it comes to coasters. A little story about him. He went to... He had a certain job meeting for one of his old jobs. And his work decided that they were going to actually go to Cedar Point. So my mom is actually a really big roller coaster person. So when she heard that my dad was going to Cedar Point, she wanted to come too. And they were just dating at the time, which made it even funnier. Because my mom absolutely loves roller coasters to death, and my dad can't stand the darn things. And, you know, my mom wanted to go on coasters and my dad didn't. So what happened was my dad and my mother actually ended up riding the train at Cedar Point the whole entire day, rather than going on amazing roller coasters that the park is known for. I mean, and this is like probably the roller coaster capital of America. The best of the best. And my mom spent the whole day, rather than riding coasters, she spent it with my dad riding the train. So if that gives you any background of how my dad is with coasters, he did not want to do this, but of course my dad wanted to be the man that he is and decided that he was just going to go for it. You know, he didn't want to look like, you know, a big sissy in front of his friend, so he went. But you could tell, you know, if we had not had the fast passes, he told me he wouldn't have went on it. Because the fast passes didn't give him any time to think about it. Because we passed everybody and we just went right to the front of the line. So it didn't give any of us really a chance to think about what we were doing. So we all get on the ride, strap ourselves in, and I'm just thinking to myself, what the heck did I get myself into? I'm literally going to die. So at this point, we're all strapped in. The coaster starts going up the first hill. There's no turning back. No turning back whatsoever. So you get on the coaster. As soon as you get to the top, you hear the Banshee scream. I got to get Insane Coaster Junkie to do his Banshee scream sometime, because it's hilarious. But we go down, the Banshee screams, and it threw me for a loop, man. It was literally the most insane thing I've ever did in my life. It was incredible. And I've never rode anything like it. And as soon as I got done with it, I rode everything else there. I absolutely loved it. And it was actually a good idea if you're new to roller coasters and you don't like roller coasters whatsoever and you want to try riding them but you're scared. The best thing to do sometimes is just to get on the biggest and scariest one there, because if you can ride that, you can ride any of them. So that's what I learned. I went on the rest of them. I went on the Invertigo. I especially went on the Diamondback, which was freaking amazing. Even though I was kind of nervous to go on it at first, because 230 feet in the air is pretty high up, especially for someone that's kind of afraid of heights. But I'll tell you, once you get over that first hill and you get that air time and you start feeling like you're flying because you're going down really fast, it's a feeling unlike any other. I'm sorry I'm probably not using very good roller coaster terms right now. I don't know very much about them. I'm probably making a lot of coaster enthusiasts cringe right now as I'm trying to talk and explain these coasters. But they were really fun. I enjoyed myself. And I definitely will go to Kings Island again, as well as if maybe we even go to somewhere else. I'm definitely up for Cedar Point now. It was funny because the same day I went to Kings Island, Insane Coaster Junkie actually went to Hershey Park and we were Snapchatting each other back and forth, giving each other rates on the coasters. But Insane, this is for you, or I guess, you know what, instead of calling you Insane, it's probably better just to call you by your first name. Jay. If you're up to doing a collaboration with me, you know how you do the top 10 coasters? Maybe you and I can do a little collaboration. Maybe have me over next time I come to Pennsylvania, and maybe I could give you a rundown of my top 10 coasters at Kings Island. And it'd be a pretty cool video. I'd kind of like to do it. Maybe even learn a little bit more about roller coasters and sound a little bit more smarter as you're given the rundown of them. So we're 16 minutes in. Let's go one more star. We got a secret star. We'll save that for another video. I want to do one that I actually know. Let's do Bubble Breeze. This one only has 1 star you can get. So we'll do that one. Getting back into Insane Coaster Junkie. He's such a good YouTuber. He's probably my favorite just because he's in my family. And I got to support family, but you know, it has more to do with that than, you know, just family. And he makes very good videos, and he's definitely gotten better. I mean, he's went from, you know, kind of having subpar videos to now, I mean, he's really doing well. He's got 700 subscribers, which is absolutely insane. And I could only, you know, dream of having as many subscribers as he has. Hopefully one day, you know, maybe if I get more subscribers, maybe I'll buy an actual capture card so I can capture the videos in a much better manner than I am right now, because I feel like the quality of the videos right now aren't the best. But for those that stick around, I greatly appreciate it. It's just something I like to do for fun, and if I can entertain a couple people and, you know, possibly make them forget about their worries and just watch a video and have a good time. That's why I do this. So the point of this mission, I'm sorry I've kind of talked about my Kings Island trip the whole time. I'm sure a lot of you probably didn't click on my video to hear a rundown of Kings Island, but I just thought it'd be fun to talk about. A little bit of a change from the things I usually talk about. Thought it'd be interesting. But I'll actually start talking about the game now. So right now we got to collect 4 of these star pieces. Just like in every other rinse and repeat mission that we've had. Collecting star pieces is actually a really big point of this game. So we got to collect these. Hopefully a lot of you who actually don't like Super Mario Galaxy, you know who you are. You know who I'm talking about. The one person that I know that doesn't like Super Mario Galaxy. Hopefully now that you're actually watching a gameplay video of it and actually have seen a lot of the game, maybe you're actually enjoying it just a little bit more. He said this game's overrated. Now, write in the comments. I want to hear everybody else's opinion. Is this game overrated? Do you see this game as a very overrated game? I don't. I think it's well worth its praise. I think it deserves everything that it's credited. It's truly a game unlike any other I've ever played. And I actually remember the first time I actually did play this game. I'm not sure if I told this story, but I actually rented it from Blockbuster the one time. Back when Blockbuster was still a thing. Yeah, that's how long ago this was. And it's crazy even to say the name Blockbuster, because it's not a thing anymore. It's been completely taken over by Netflix. Which, fun fact, Blockbuster actually had a chance to buy and have rights to Netflix, or was it Redbox? I can't remember. I think it was Netflix. They almost had a chance to get rights to and work with, but they never agreed to it. But yeah, I remember renting this game from Blockbuster and bringing it home for the first time, and I actually had literal tears in my eyes because of how beautiful the music in this game is, and had a stupid grin on my face the whole time I was playing it. And from then on, I knew I had to get this game, and I asked for it for Christmas and got it for Christmas of 2015. I think I was a little late to the party, but nonetheless, I eventually did get the game, and to this day, it is probably my favorite Mario game next to Mario 3. So there's our 4 shines for the video, and that's going to do it. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a comment. Let me know how I can get better or how I can improve. I love to hear criticism, whether it's great criticism or it's criticism that rips me a new one. Every comment is appreciated. Thank you guys so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. And I hope to see you guys back for part 11 of Super Mario Galaxy. This is Nintendominator 425 signing out, and you all have a blessed day.